I want to say, Amin, you're a magician. Really,
Thank you.
and really, you don't ask questions from magicians because it's magic and it can't be explained through words. But my question is actually to Karnesh and to Anvita. Karnesh, you can start. I love Bulbul, I can't wait to see Qala. What are those sensibilities that are common between the two of you that you gravitate towards each other to work again? So I'd like you to start, Karnesh, and maybe then Anvita take over.
I think just the desire and the hunger to tell different stories every time. I think Anvita has done that with Bulbul. It was a story which was presented and narrated very differently, and so is Qala. I think it's unique in its way, her language, filmmaking language, and that kind of.
This is Raj from Sansan Dwali, and I would ask Qala what preparations were made for this role and how was the bonding with the co-actors in this role?
प्रेपरेशन की जहाँ तक बात करें अन्विता एंड मेरा एक अभी हमने फॉर्मूला क्रैक कर लिया है जहाँ पे we build the character from the age of 5, which is what we did for our first film Bulbul, and we followed the same process here. And we build the backstory from the age of 5 up to the age that is there in the script, so that I know everything about the character, so that I know the character that I'm playing as well as I know myself. And I think that is very, very important. It really helps me understand my characters better. And since I'm playing a singer in the film, she was kind enough to take me to Goa with everybody sitting here, and we were there for 2 days. I got an opportunity to see how music is created. I got to see Amit Trivedi create magic in that room in just a span of 2 days, and all of them, I was a witness to a scene where all of them were sitting and writing their songs, and it was so beautiful because you hardly get to see something like this where contemporaries are sitting and laughing about cracking jokes and working, helping each other out. It was a rare sight, and there was so much for me to absorb. I also observed Srisha a lot while she was recording in the studio, and I remember when me and Anvita went into the studio for the first time, we had tears in our eyes when we heard her sing the first time. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. जहाँ तक बॉन्डिंग की बात करें, सबके साथ पट जाती है मेरी. It was very special to work with everybody, Babil and Swastika ma'am, Amit sir, Swanand sir, Varun sir. We were just like a family working together. बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस रहा सबके साथ.
Hi. Over here? Yeah. Right up. Two. Yeah, okay. Anvita, can you take us back to your earlier discussions?
Sorry, yeah, 3 लोगों के हाथ में बैठ के sorry मैं नहीं और निकला. Sorry, I apologize. हाँ जी, please.
Anvita, can you take us back to the time when you and Amit started working on the music of this film, and something that pays tribute to that golden era of both Hindi cinema music and Indian classical music must also match up to the quality of that sound. So, what were the early discussions like, and what was the direction you took for this album?
So, actually, I spoke to Trivedi many years ago in 2013 when I wrote the first draft of Qala, and I told him कि मेरे पास एक कहानी है Trivedi, उसमें गाने हैं, तो if I ever become a director तो करेगा? And he said, हाँ मैं कैसे कर दूँगा? So that's how it started. So many years later, I came back to him and I said, Trivedi, यार तूने कहा था, you said you will do it. So he said, yes, I'll do it. Then he actually just said yes, and basically that only. I took him through the film, to the script. What Trivedi does is, which is very beautiful, is that he's not creating an album. He tells stories through his music. And so music is such an inherent part of Qala. What he did was he created music for the world of Qala. So it's not like हम लोग period करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. कला की दुनिया ही दो है. कला का सोचने का ढंग, उसका दिल, उसका दिमाग कैसा है, he was just following that. So it's got a familiar instrumentation of that time, but they are new, unique, beautiful songs because they only belong to Qala and the world. So I think that is what the process is.
Can you expand?
Like, मेरे लिए हमेशा से यही है कि I always get inspired by filmmakers. मेरा inspiration आता ही वहाँ से. And when the first, as Tripti mentioned, we were in Goa, all together, January. So first day when she gave a narration, and she took me into the world of Qala, which was so beautiful, so unique. And I want to tell this that Anvita, that like she's the second film, the 2 film down, and she has a voice of her own. Because you can say it sounds and looks like no one else's film. It sounds and looks like Anvita's film. It's Anvita. She's got a very special voice. So then she narrated the film, the whole story, the whole world. It plays in your head, and you kind of start thinking about it. And I actually stepped over it. And I was thinking about it, thinking about her character, his character, the whole world. And since music is the background, and music, because she's a singer, he's a singer, it's about stories about the singers. So first day I was petrified. I was nervous because I didn't know how to handle this subject and this era. Because as you correctly mentioned that you need to do justice to this because we are touching some classic in 40s era. We better be good. So first day I was genuinely very, very nervous and very, very nervous. So I didn't know much. We actually heard the story and then we partied. As usual, we had fun. We went out, did nothing, slept over. मुझे नींद नहीं आया उस रात को because it was just playing in my head. And next morning, of course, you have to do a self-talk and push yourself, encourage yourself. Come on, you can do it. You can do this. And then one by one, slowly, gradually, I entered into this world, this beautiful world. And then in 2-3 days, it was all done. Like we didn't even know.
4 days में पूरी album हो गई थी.
It was all done. So we're done.